In a Dr. K video, I saw that smart kids will result in less successful people. In the reasoning, he talked about if someone says you are smart, then you will be a less risk-taking person. In the field of psychology, it is common to accept that if you want to improve fast, you will have to take risky decisions and try your boundaries. In knowledge of your boundaries, it is easier to make decisions, so you will be more successful. Okay, this is easy to accept. So, Tim is a smart kid. What did you say? Man, you ruined his life forever. So, Tim's life is ruined for now on. Maybe we can help Tim get back on his feet. So, with every problem we face, we must define what is the problem here. What does it mean to be smart? It can be used as an attribute adjective for a human. It means that your logical and moral goals are aligned how you decide things in life. So you have to make decisions to get this attribute. But the result of those decisions doesn't matter. So you can use it for a human or a decision. But it will mean different things. More on that later. So, how can you get this attribute? It is common to give this to someone who face hard decisions and make their decisions based on the values and goals that is important for them. So, if you make a lot of decisions like that, you have more chance to get this attribute. The opposite is stupid. If you face a lot of easy decisions and you make no effort to think about your values and goals in these decisions, you are stupid. If it happens more often, then you get this attribute fast. Is there a reason to define these attributes yourself? No. I mean, it is the actions that makes you smart or stupid. If you want to be smart, you just have to think before you make a decision. As I said before, the decisions you make can be smart or stupid too. You can make these decisions randomly and make some good decisions. In another perspective, you can't know what you don't know. So you can't make a smart decision based on all the knowledge because it isn't accessible. We can't talk about smart people without speaking of intelligence. Often people use it as synonyms, but they can be distinguished. So, intelligence is a fixed value, what is really hard to change. It means how logical your thinking is, how well based your decisions are. The value is taking place in between a spectrum. On one end, you are dumb, and on the other end, you are intelligent. Just to be clear, this doesn't mean you make good decisions either, but it will have some correlations. In some sense, there are a third layer of this smart cake, what is almost the same as intelligence. Some define intelligence as a speed at which you learn new tasks or process information. But to me, a more compelling question is this: how quickly can you truly grasp and master an entirely different perspective? To answer this question, you have to talk to someone with a completely different perspective of the world. You will have to use your empathy to interpret that word and understand what they are saying. If you are not good at empathy, you can easily get angry and get hurt. So, emotional control is also a key feature in this stage. Okay, now you will have a bunch of ideas thrown around in your head, which are separate thoughts of the thing you are talking about. The second step of this is to connect those thoughts. This is basically your logical thinking skill. If you can't do it right, then you might find that others are speaking incoherent, stupid things. The third is to place this logical thought in your own logical system of thoughts. This step is kind of important because you can have incompatible logical thought system in your head. It can cause trouble if you want to use your reasoning and you hold two opposing thoughts about one topic. So, all of these skills make you more intelligent. Usually, you don't have to master any of it. So, it is best if you can get in all of these skills a reasonable level. It is impossible to get out new information from every conversation, so the only skill we haven't talked about is how fast you can recognize that you already have their thoughts in your logic system. This can be improved with upgrading your communication skills. All of these skills can be improved, but there are some limits. Genetics and personality is a big part of these skills as well. So not all of the people will start at the same level. Maybe this test shows you that you are dumb. What can you do? Usually this doesn't mean that you are lacking in every skill what I was talking about. The first step will be recognizing what skill challenges you the most and try to pay attention to those while in conversation. The easiest to improve in these skills, as with every other skill, is to practice. Okay, Tim is now confused. Now Tim doesn't think that smart is a word that is defining him. The kid is saved. Yay! Fork, you noticed? I only talk about what people mean by the word smart and not how they perceive smart people. If you want to use this word to your advantage, you want to be shown as smart and not to be smart. Maybe another time we'll talk about that.